Hey, what do you say, my Pisces? This is Cosmic Boogeyman coming at you. We're going to do a general timeline read for you. The reason I'm laughing is the cards are already jumping, which is amazing. Um, so I'm really feeling the energy is just moving and jiving with you. So I don't know what's going on with you, but I have a great feeling about this read. We're going to take that first card right out the gate. I I'm gonna tell you, I really love when cards jump like this. When cards jump into position, for me, this would be center line, base foundation. When it jumps like this and it sits in a position just like this, the universe is telling me leave it, place it, hold it. So I flip it, bang, that's Ace of Cups. And I'm gonna tell you, I just did a test on the cameras, and this is the exact card I just tested with, and it was top card. And I'm shuffling all of these cards just to give you an idea. This is a double tarot deck. So for the fact that this exact card is this, no, I'll go okay. So we're gonna go with hey, well we'll go with reality. So this is at least the top card, but I could have sworn that was blue. I'm seeing blue here, but we're gonna keep going. But you have foundation, you have an offer of love, or you have an offer of abundance coming in. This card offers. It has to be the surrounding cards, but what I'm telling you is there's an offer of abundance coming in from the divine. This could be money, this could be anything, but I love the cup. Me personally, as a tarot reader, this is my favorite of all the cards. I really shouldn't pick favorites. I know parents, if you're out there. And I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of boring you with each and every card, I'm going to tell you the entire read. I find this to be a better read when I do this for myself. So I'm going to read this for you Pisces really quick and do just like a hair trigger read. Just think of watching someone in a shootout, blah, 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 right? A little more exciting. But when I do this, I'm just going to start talking to you as I read. And the reason I do this is it takes my mind actually off of the cards, and what I'm doing is I'm lining the cards up with the camera, and I'm not paying too much attention to the actual card itself. And what we're going to do is get a better read here. So I'm just getting myself lined up, and I'm not even caring about what the card is that's dropping. I'm pulling from middle deck, and I don't care. You don't care. So what we're talking about here is I'm rereading and trying to call back to your last card read. And I think from the last card read, you were a manifestor. You had to reach out to your Aquarius or your partner friend, and you have an ally in the making. And that's what's really important to understand is you have a partner that you are working with. This could be a love partner, this could be a co-partner, this could be someone that you have manifested with over the years. But what's more important is you're trying to grow this foundation. And what I'm going to do is I just want to point out that's the Aquarian card to me, just so you have an idea. This is the communication, and this is the long-term communication, just so you have a bigger idea. So I'm just pulling random mid-deck, not top, not bottom, and I already did shuffle. So, and what we have here, as I pull randomly, um, and I don't want to move the cards. So you have a very unique first-time Cosmic Boogeyman read. I usually pull 7 cards. But I have my best friend that I read for all the time, and I will read for him. I don't care what he thinks, and he doesn't care. Like, so him and I will get really deep. We'll almost like get full blown arguments, but him and I will go core deep, inner voice talking one to another. Like, so what I'm going to tell you right now is the fact that you have Pisces, and he's a Pisces, the fact that you're missing this center line is telling me there's something happening big in your life, something amazing about to happen. So, what I'm going to point out to you is you are facing some kind of um, I wouldn't call it a crisis because that's not exactly the term, but you're getting justice at your ground zero. There's some kind of breadcrumbing happening, but it's on purpose because there's an exploration happening where the universe is saying, "Hey, hold strong, stay true, don't worry," and you feel like there's a possibility where you're getting let go, and that's not happening. Don't sweat that. The moving on, the feeling that you're having from the Aquarius or the Aquarian that you're feeling is not true. That's not, or where you were feeling it back as early as maybe August. That's not true. That where you were kind of being uh, put in the background, essentially, is what I'm being told. That's not happening. What just because they almost found their Queen of Cups, their other half, that's not happening because that it was like a misbalance. You were kind of cut out of the picture, is what I'm seeing, And that's what's really interesting with this cup is things aren't exactly as you would see them, Pisces, okay? So this is just for you. What's happened is at the cornerstone for you is you have to understand you are also a king of cups and you are in alignment with this other person that's coming in. You have to understand you are also in alignment. Whatever that means, and this is what the universe is telling you, you are going to be in alignment with them, but you're fighting it or they're fighting it. You're not offering anything. The universe is offering you this, if that makes sense. It's just you have to figure out how you get there. It's a choice to meet this person, or there's going to be a choice out of meeting this person, if that makes sense. There's a lot of sleepless nights, heartache out of this connection that you feel with this new person that's come in. But this is a brand new long-term communication that's coming faster than you want it to do. And like I said, eight is very important. Eight is here. Eight's for the move on, or eight's for this new communication. You feel like you have no control over what this is. I'm gonna just dig really deep here, just like I would for everyone else. Like for my Aquarius best friend here, I'm gonna do the same for you, Aquarius. I'm sorry, Pisces, but as an Aquarius, the reason I said that is I'm staring right down into the Aquarius's face here, and I see this guy, and he is not letting go. Whatever this is, that Aquarius or that person that's an air sign for you, Pisces, is not letting go. It's it's almost like they're just stubborn. It's so goddamn crazy. This person is just stubborn. This person that's connecting to somebody and is affecting you. That's what I'm seeing. And it's a life lesson. There's justice here on their sword that they're carrying. Whatever they're about to issue is a life lesson for someone. That offer, the breadcrumbing that you're feeling or getting, this other person's getting the same thing. You just don't see it. It's almost as though this waiting is about to issue a tower moment. We're going to figure what this means, not for them. They're not going through a tower moment, but it's this other person's connection that they're bringing in for you. That swinging of their sword is going to create a tower moment. Hang strong because when it hits, it's going to hit, and we're going to see right here what that means in just a moment. And I want you to understand there's burden happening, but it's really for this other person, not you, Pisces, this other person that's being affected. And when they get affected, it's going to really be about adversity, hanging strong, going between choices. So, this is something I'm going to say because you are a long term commitment. Remember how we talked in your last read, if you were with me? We talked about how you are that person who could commit and say, "Hey, let's I'm your yin to your yang. Let's ricochet off each other. Let's hold hands and let's connect and then like pull each other around and then slingshot. Boom." You're going to take this other person, I think this other partner that I was talking about even last read, what the universe is committing to me saying, you pull this other person out and they're about to kind of gain this other person's about to gain from whatever you just did. And you're like, whoa, 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 slow down. That's not how it works. You're not going to benefit from my manifestation here. I'm going to benefit. So you're pulling this person back into reality. That manifestation, that benefit is going to come to your first choice. That's where these offer of cups of abundance, where I would say as myself as an Aquarius in real close contact with a Pisces. So say an air sign on your end, you would have this connection because this is an air sign connecting with water. That would tell me that you are feeling this kind of disconnect where it's like you have no control sometimes and it's a fight, but not so much where you don't have control, but more like this other person, this other air sign has more control over the situation. You're working at something, and this is where it's not heartbreak, but it's more like going nowhere fast sometimes, and that's what makes you very vulnerable. You're a manifester. You are a manifester. You have that ability to create as much as they do, but they're at a new stage in their life where there's something about to happen, about to be created off your very good nature. The world in general is going to change. Not just your world, not my world, not I'm talking the world. We're talking about UFOs becoming reality. We're talking aliens walking the world. This kind of stuff is about to become a major changing point for the entire universe. That's what the center line is here. This isn't about you, me, or anybody. That's what I'm telling you, Pisces. And I'm telling you because I have a Pisces in my life that's very important. So as an air sign talking to a water sign right now, you need to hear me. What's going to happen is our worlds are about to get very, very different. It's not an we're not sitting here looking at nothing. We have to take off that blindfold and look at what's actually happening. The online presence that we face is being masked by something, and we're being burdened by other things. We need to get past that. See, here's that mask again. We need to get past this and navigate through this. Pisces, what you're not seeing is that once this action is taken, you're never going back. Once your reality is changed, you're never going back. You need to see what's in front of you. So, Pisces, if I told you you could go get any woman you wanted, you would be able to go get this person. This is the reality that you're living, but you don't want to see it that way. Look at the money you're making. Just ask yourself if you, and you're going to say, oh, well, I can't make this amount. But the reality is you are making a certain amount. Is that true? Yes. You're burdened with what you can't do, but your reality is you are doing something. If you focus on what you are doing, you're going to become an amazing person. And that amazing person that you feel like you aren't, you really are an amazing person already. Just focus on what you are. That's where your strength lies. The life lesson is what you have become and not what you have not become. So your person, your empress, the person that you've been seeking, that most beautiful woman, that most powerful woman, won't meet your standards if you don't feel you can be that person. So your own tower moment is coming into the reality that you have to become that amazing person that you're talking about. You're your own worst enemy sometimes, Pisces, and that's what's about to happen. That partner, that person I told you to seek out last time, you have to make that person hold you accountable. You have to become held accountable. If you want to become an amazing person, then become held accountable. What do you want to do that's different? Then do it. Then become that person. You want to become a millionaire? Then become a millionaire. No thing's stopping you. Who's stopping you from becoming a millionaire? You want to meet that most amazing woman? Then find that woman. That woman's right there. Just go meet her. You know, every day you see beautiful women that are single. You don't go up to them because you're afraid. You're afraid to swing that sword. Why? Life lessons pass you by every single day, but you don't take action. What I'm getting from the universe is you're happy, but are you happy enough? What's your happiness? Where's your threshold for happiness? You're burdened by other things and you just mask it by following your own action. There's the sword again, the Ace of Swords. You don't take action, but you look at others who do take action and you say, I wish I could. Why can't I? And that's what I'm telling you is this is where the pentacle comes in. You can manifest if you say something 3D, I want that. If I told you, hey, go get this vehicle, boom, you got it. There's nothing stopping you from getting this. So I'm going to pull just a couple more cards because I want to hold a limitation to this for just a second. I don't want to dig too deep because I'm going to be pulling more cards for you very soon. So you are the Ace of Pentacles. You can spawn from one to many. We know this. You just have to make the choice. You already have the connections. You know how to talk to people. You know how to manifest connection. That's not your problem. Look at we have the 9 to the 10 just on one swing. You know how to make money. Yes, yes. That's the ace. So if we start adding these up, right here is 20 pentacles. That's no joke. And there's some pentacles here. When my reads do this, this tells me you know how to make money just from talking to people. We already know that. But you have the problem once you get into your own head, you don't do anything. You don't swing that axe. You don't choose to make action. But you can hold on to an idea that's beautiful and won't do anything because the cups, the abundance, the actual thought of doing something that's beautiful to somebody else scares the hell out of you, but you won't make that choice because that's a life lesson. If it's in the 3D, you have control. But once you start going 5D and you want to start thinking beyond, that really scares you. That's the unknown. That's the past life stuff. That's the stuff you get really, really spooked about. It's time to make that difference. You're done here with the 3D. You're done in this world. You're not proving anything else. Now it's time to move 5D. You got to elevate. If you don't elevate, you're done. You're toast. I can't explain it any other way here, Pisces. You got to look deeper, buddy. You got to look deeper. Whoever this is, if you're a female, you got to look deeper. You can't follow the shallow choices anymore. You got your money, that's still going to come in. You for somehow, some way you found the golden goblet. You have the choices. You can manifest money, you can find money, whatever it is, you can connect to money. You're never going to be without money, I promise you. But if you want that deep connection, you want that one-time connection. If you got to find souls on another level, you got to find other souls. All right, I'm going to pull one more card. This is from the universe right to you, okay? We're going to pull one card right here. So, this is the last card we're going to get. So, they've started with the Ace of Cups. We got a lot of Ace of Cups action. We got some Pentacles in here. I know that. But what I'm really seeing at ground zero for you is justice. You're done with the weighing of the Pentacles. Like, well, if I take 10 here, I can put 15 here. This will weigh me out for a little while, and then whoop, that 10 becomes 20. Then I can make more here. So what I get from that is you're looking back on what you have achieved, but you have to set new goals. Remember, you have to set new goals. You're the Seven of Pentacles. What are you going to do with these new choices? Okay, planning, progress, and perseverance. You have to be diligent. You have to have necessity, but you have to remember, and this is the Taurus card, okay? What did you do right with this Taurus? What does this person do right with you? Don't look at them as a failure. Look at what you did right and then move on to the next. That's what you have to do. The universe is telling you to move on to the next. If you don't do that, then everything else is a failure. That Empress, the next person, is waiting. Don't think of them as the next forever. Think of them as the next person that you get a life lesson from. If you don't do that, you're just going to be in an eternal tower moment. All right, so I'll tell you this, Pisces, you're doing great. You somehow you found Midas's golden touch because you can make money. You just have to believe that you have that touch because that's there. But when it comes to the 5D and connecting to those people on long term, you have to figure that out because something's going on that you're not doing it. Just go deeper. That's all you got to do. All right, you be safe.